Hey, what's up, Crazy Gamer fans? Doing another review of a power bank. Got a few of these to go through, so let's talk about this RavPower model RP-PB134. This is it claims 3,350 milliamp hour, 12.5 watt hours at 3.7 volts. It says it's got an input of 5 volts, 1 amp through a micro USB and output normal USB at 5 volts, 1 amp. And it comes in at 2.6 ounces. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's see what we get in the box. Let's do the box first. So in here we're gonna have us a cable and a bag. Look at that. Nice little RavPower bag. Look at that. It's not a bag. It's got the support. It's got a phone number in case it goes nuclear, because lithium batteries do that. Nice RavPower charger, and then you got some paperwork, quick user guide, and then of course the "Are we happy?" or "Do we have a problem?" And about in the middle on this one, a little bit above the middle. So let's take a look at the power bank itself. I have already tested this power bank, and I have charged it and discharged it through a load 5 times and taken the average. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I don't just get a power bank and use it and say, hey, it's great, whatever. I test these power banks. As you can see right now, I have another power bank being discharged at 1.5 amps. This is one that's going to come up in a review. I discharge these. This one's going through another discharge cycle. So I discharge these. I use UM34C and a UM25, and then a LD25 Drock load. And I basically do what if it says on it that it can discharge at a certain amount, then I discharge it at that amount. Now, I realize the mistake I have made. This is the 5,000 milliwatt hour charger. It is model number RP-PB134. That was my mistake. I realized that I grabbed the wrong box. Yeah, this is, I tested, I already did a review on the 3,335 milliamp hour one. So this one is 5 volts, 2 amp input, it claims. And then it also claims a 5 volt, 2.4 amp with a smart port. This one weighs 4.6 ounces or 132 grams. I tested it, and the voltage starts to drop off at 2.3 amps. When it charges, it only charges at about 800 milliamps through a RavPower recommended charger. I use the charger that they recommend to charge these. It's a RavPower brand IQ Smart charger, iSmart charger, and I plugged it into the quick charge. And I've also tried charging it on just the iSmart port, and it doesn't draw more than 800 milliamps. So it does take a little bit to charge. It takes about 4.5 hours to charge it up from flat. It arrived with 3 of its 4 lights lit, and after discharging it at 5 volts, I got about 1,200 milliamp hours out of it. I tried drawing 2.4 amps like it claims. The voltage dropped out at 2.3 amps. So, and like I said, charging it only charges at about 850, and then it drops down. It drops down 25, a half an hour around there. And doing my average on discharging this at 2 amps, it overheated. It got to 100. This charging circuit got over to 150 degrees Celsius. I use an internal USB discharge meter that gives me the internal temperature of the battery, I'm discharging it. I look over, it's 150 degrees C. And so I had to back it down. Um, I just discharged them. After that, I discharged them at 1 amp. I think I did one cycle at 1.5 amps, but it got a little warm on that. So I, I don't know what you make of that, what you want to make of that. So after charging it 5 times, it averages out at 3.7 volts to contain about 450 milliamp hours. 4, 4.5 amp hours, 4,500 milliamp hours. So it's 500 from what they claim, which is not bad. It's 90% of the stated capacity. At 5 volts, you get about 3,100 milliamp hours or 3.1 amp hours, and it's a total of about 15.5 watts. And if you go by the weight of this, um, you get about 674 milliamp hours per ounce at 5 volts. So all my reviews, I'm gonna tell you how many milliamp hours you get per ounce, so you can see what per weight ratio, what is the best bank to carry, so you get the most out of it and it weighs the least. So that's gonna be, and then at the end I have about 10 or 15 of these banks I'm gonna be doing. At the end, I'm creating a spreadsheet. And I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna rate all these. What are the best ones? In 2019. I'll do the best ones, go over the numbers and all that stuff. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. The overheating on the discharge, while I was discharging within the specs of the unit, to heat up like that brings it down in marks. And then, to claim it charges at 2 amps, I plugged it into their charger and it's only drawing 800 milliamps. So it's definitely not a quick charge, as they claim. A lot of people claim these quick charges and they're just not quick charges. So, and again, I used a RavPower, the RavPower they recommend, which is right here, see, RavPower charger. It's got QC3 iSmart, and then all these ports down here are iSmart. This is fantastic. I give this 5 out of 5. This thing charges phones quickly. It doesn't overload units. This is a nice charger. And I normally like RavPower products, but I'm honest. I don't, if someone sends me something and it overheats and performs poorly, I'm gonna let y'all know, because I don't want you guys buying something and it overheats and burns, gets on fire. These lithium batteries, they can do that. So just be advised, if you're if you're going to plug a high load into it, that try not to draw 2 amps. Try keep it at 1.5 amps, and you should be fine. So it's up to you guys on that one. So like I said, 2 out of 5 stars. um, Not bad. I mean, it has a good stated charge. I mean, 90% of what they claim is pretty good. And my testing at 3.7 volts isn't 100% efficient. Without taking apart, pulling out the cell, and charging it directly with a bench power supply. So an average of 4,500 at 3.7, and they're claiming 5,000 at 3.7. You can't. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I have some other ones I'll be doing a review of, like the Gitahus. Like this bank here is like 98% of the stated claims. And I have another one that I've turned, a larger one, that they just do incredible on. But that's going to do it for this review. Like I said, this is the RavPower model number RP-PB134. They sell them on Amazon. Claims it's 5,000 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. I got 4,500 after charging it and discharging it 5 times. It averaged out to about 4,500. And on the discharges at 5 volts, 1.5 amps, it averaged about 3,100 milliamp hours, giving you a total of 15.5 watt hours. And again, I give it a 2 out of 5 stars. For Crazy Gamers Games, I'm the Crazy Gamer. Y'all have a great day.